Okay, I want to talk about something in my motherhood journey, and I will be talking about infertility and postpartum anxiety and a bunch of emotions that come with motherhood. So just a heads up. Also, I'm in the car while my daughter naps and the AC is on because it's way too hot, so I apologize for the AC, but let's get started. Okay, so normally I post like just, normal funny day-to-day content. I don't really get that deep into anything, but something happened the other night and I was kind of like, should I share this, should I not? And then I went on Instagram and I saw my friend share something similar, and I was like, you know what, we are not alone in this. Like, motherhood is tough, and I'm going to say something because maybe it might help somebody, maybe it might not, but maybe it'll just help me by getting it off my chest. So 2 days ago, our internet guy came out and he was rewiring some stuff, so we didn't have any internet for like an hour. So I was going through my phone on my screenshots and I was like getting rid of, screenshots that I don't need, because I'm a millennial. I have a shit ton of screenshots. So I was like going through them, and it showed me that exactly 2 years ago on that date, it was 2 days ago. So 2 years ago on that date is when we found out we were pregnant. Like, actually confirmation at the doctors, we're pregnant. And in the moment, I was like, oh my gosh, like 2 years ago we found out we were pregnant with her. Oh my gosh, all that stuff. And then I kind of like moved on with my life. So then later in the evening, my daughter is watching one of her favorite movies right now, which is Nightmare Before Christmas, which I love because that's my favorite Disney movie, Nightmare Before Christmas. But she always has just like watched it, or she'll say little things like, ee! Like when they say Pumpkin King or something. But this night it was like singing, and she's only 17 months old, so she was like, and she was like dancing and stuff. So I went and I put her hair up because it was at the end of the night, and I went to walk away and she kind of started whining like she wanted me to stay with her. So I was like, okay. So I stood next to her and I was like, you want me to sing with you, mama? So I started singing, this is Halloween, this is Halloween. And she just like looked at me and like lit up, like her whole face lit up, and she just was like smiling at me. And then she was like moving and just like eye contact, like, oh my gosh, mom, we're singing together. So I sing with her. So I'm like, oh, you want to sit? I'll sit down with you. So I sit down like eye level. So then I'm singing, she's singing, and we're both just like la 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 la, and it's the best. And I'm thinking like, oh my god, what a beautiful moment. And then at the end, like, she looks at me and she just goes and gives me a kiss right on my cheek. I freaking lost it. When she kissed me, I just was like, what a beautiful moment that was. Like, I love that I got to share this, like make this core memory with her, like that's my favorite movie, and right now it's her favorite movie, and that won't always be the case. And like, she's getting a little bit older, she can communicate more. And I just was like, in that moment I thought, I wish that we could do this more. Like, and then I started thinking, but I'm a stay-at-home mom, I could do this. And then I started thinking, I'm telling you, I started spiraling. Okay, this little moment caused me to spiral. So all of this starts hitting me all at once. She kisses me, what a beautiful moment, I'm so blessed. Then I wish we could do this more. I wish that I could like interact with her more and be more present. Next, oh, but I'm a stay-at-home mom, like this could be more often, but you don't do this. Next, well, yeah, it's because I have like a million other things that I have to do on my to-do list, and make sure the house is clean, a bunch of other stuff done. So it's just kind of like, when am I gonna have time for this? And then you need to cut out more time for your daughter. Then I started reflecting on my relationship with my daughter, and I started thinking like, what are the odds that this happened today, when I just saw that 2 years ago today we found out we were pregnant with her? And I'm so like, I'm just feel like I'm constantly like scolding her now, and it's just our relationship has changed because she's 17 months old. A lot of tantrums, a lot of emotions, a lot of regulating emotions, a lot of me trying to keep my shit together so that I can help her regulate her emotions, but also trying to be firm because I don't want her to grow up to be a little butthole in the world. So and I'm just thinking all these things, like I feel like I just yell at her too much, I feel like I scold her too much, I feel like I don't spend enough time, like I'm just not being a good enough mom for her. Like, look how happy she was. I sat down, I'm not gonna start crying. Hold on, let me pause. Okay, I had to pause so I can keep myself put together so I don't cry on the internet. But I just started spiraling, like I'm not a good enough mom, I need to be a better mom, I need to be more present with her. And then I started thinking, like, my mom would always tell us, like, this is life, like tapping you on the forehead, like, hey, pay attention, like wake up, pay attention to what's going on, like there's a message here. So then I started thinking, like, I felt that in the moment, like, hey, like wake up, you just realized that you found out you were pregnant with her 2 years ago, and I wanted this for so long. Like, we were not able to have a baby. We tried for 9 years, and like, I was telling my husband this because obviously I had a breakdown, I'm crying, and I'm telling him, like, babe, there was a point in our life where we never thought this was going to be us. We never thought that we were going to be parents or have these little moments, you know. Infertility is hard, and it takes a toll on your relationship. It really can. So yeah, we had some tough moments in our life and in our relationship, but we stuck with it, and then we were blessed with getting pregnant, and a healthy pregnancy, and a healthy birth, and a healthy baby, and a happy baby. And so, and then I started realizing, like I have the biggest blessing in the world. But in that moment, I was like, am I too hard on her? Am I too strict with her? Am I too like not loving enough for her? Like, okay, I'm back. So yeah, I had a big spiral moment, and then I started realizing, like, man, like, just because I wanted this for so long, and she is a blessing, and I'm very blessed to have her in my life, like, I still do have to be strict with her. I still have to put boundaries up because I'm raising a human to be out in society when, you know, she's not with me anymore. So I have to find that balance. And I was telling my husband that I just feel like I don't have enough time. Just lots of things. Ugh. My anxiety, I started just freaking out. My postpartum anxiety just like got into my head, and I was just like I was spiraling so bad. So my husband talked me out of it, like this spiral that I was in, and reminded me like what a great mom I was and stuff. So that was nice. And then right after that, I went on Instagram like later that night, and I saw one of my really good friends post this like really long post about how she felt she wasn't good enough for her daughter, how she wasn't like brave enough, strong enough to like raise a strong, independent little woman. You know, we're raising women to go out into the world. And so when I saw that, I just broke down again, like, dang, like, I'm really not alone in this. And like, I didn't want her to feel like she was alone in this. And of course I commented, because we live in different states, and I wish that I could be there more for her, and I can if I pick up the phone. I just have to make more of an effort, and I plan to. But motherhood can feel so isolating and so lonely, and so like you just feel like a shit mom, you know. I guess the point of this video is just to remind any mothers out there that you are not alone. What you're feeling is not just you. It's mothers all around the world. And if you ever need someone to just chit chat with, I'm just a stranger on the internet, but I'm here for you. I don't want any mom to ever feel alone, because that feeling sucks. And we're all doing the best we can, because we are good moms. The harder we try, the more we know that we're good moms. So just keep doing your best. Be the best for your child, and that's all we could really do. Okay, bye. Also, I'm sorry that you had to see me cry.